Hello, we have a Gold 3 Diva review, and the post on this one says they put some serious hours into Sigma, but they're trying to learn Diva as well. And when I read that, what I thought was going to happen is you holding the long corners, being far back, playing like a Sigma, and I'd have to remind you that Diva's more close range, but the opposite happened. It looks like you're aware Diva's the tank that can go in there, but you're going about it the wrong way. Uh, just the way, the times you go in and who you go for and everything. So we're gonna try and clear it up so you have a better idea how to play Diva here. Alright, we're walking out. See them, they got Ryan up on the high ground. That was a good idea, you just missed the flight. But Rhine drops, so you do have access to the high ground. It's an even better play now with the Rhine gone. You can try and come up here and sweep these guys out, or at least matrix them and keep them busy. If your Echo or Juno or anyone assists you, then you can go for a Limbs too. But that's an even better play now. You do eventually go for it. The Matrix is really good for Echo with her stickies that burst damage, try and have good reactions, but the Rhine gets someone. And you can reset and the play still stands. You don't want to... You're charging this Reinhardt. Diva can sort of out-trade a Reinhardt at range in some cases and burn him down, but not with everyone shooting at you at once, and with him in this good corner spot, so it's basically just feeding. You just have to have the patience. Now that he's down, you can even straight away go here. Just trust your team not to get long range picked or run into the Reinhardt shield for literally 5 seconds. And it's okay, because you're dead and that's a 20-second delay, so take 5 seconds, just come up here. This Juno might be free, or at least you're shooting everyone in the back, making them back off. So you go direct on Diva if someone's low, or you see an ability used, or a DPS is separated, or a support separated. It's not like a frontal bull charge. And we'll give more examples of that later, but the frontal bull charge is not the play. Good Matrix. And I want to go back because you did have the right idea there. To sort of go the side, but the way you do it, I think a good way to show this, let's go to Ashe. When you do it from the front, you end up getting shot in the side. So it's better, the example other, or some really good coaches use is think of it like a clock. You're going around the numbers of the clock, you're going around, so you get there with more health. If you do it from the front, if you try and go straight to the flank, you're going to get hit in the side. Even if with as much health as Diva. So let's go to this Ashe. Yeah, and those 4 shots from the Ashe, that's huge. So that's why you don't get there with enough HP to actually finish the play. So be a little sneakier about it. Either try and burn down this Rhine with your whole team because he's forward, or commit to actually doing the sort of mini flank. You're not a pure flanker, but you're just doing this so you can pressure the team off the high ground, make space for your team, and get there with enough HP to actually pull it off instead of getting shot by this Ashe with the direct bull approach you're sort of doing again.
Initiating defense matrix.
But that's a good pick. I like to see how you're working him down. You're staying out of the swing range. You're sort of you're trading much better. And D.Va can trade with some tanks at close range, unlike Sigma. But Rein just stayed just out of his swing range. He gets low, or his shield gets low. And you force the Suzu. I want to say now is a good time to go aggressive. You want to look around to where she teleported, or you also heard it. But you can just go for either the copy or go for someone else besides this Reinhardt. Now things are opened up. Now you can actually bum rush people because the resources have been used, the Suzu's been used. You can actually get some limbs now. So I want you to be looking around for chances to actually rush in now that there's the situation calls for it. Yeah, and you didn't go for it. I mean, it's not always going to work, but you just have to get off the Reinhardt at some point, and they use their cooldowns. This Kiriko actually could have died, so you have to just recognize when they've used their cooldowns, when you have a chance to sort of bypass the Rein and go around him. You sort of blew a good chance to go in at that point. So you were bum rushing when they were all set up together, they had all their resources, the Rein can swing on you, and then when you get a chance, the Rein's backing off and you can bypass them and go in, you don't. So I just want you to recognize good versus bad times to go in, and that was a good one. A little too much focus on the Rein again. I think they'll heal him up. It's fine, just kite these ultimates. But it's a messy fight. There have been picks both ways, so as soon as this Bob wears off, I want you to go in here, or maybe even grab here and poke down on him as the safer play, but you've got a chance. You got a chance to go in now. In a few seconds. Okay, there it is. And this is what D.Va can do. Obviously the Rein was dead, but when he's alive, you're trying to bypass him. Like when he was down here, you can go up here. When he was here, you can work him down, work down his shield, make him back up so then he has to give up the targets here, which you got the Kiriko's teleport out, but you didn't finish the play. But you can do this when their tank is alive too. I just want you to know if you put a little thought into it. But good job getting those alerts. Okay, and you heard the Rein go behind you, so he's out of the picture and you can go for this now. So I like this. Even if your Rein gets an Elim, you're going to get the Elims probably faster. Maybe 2. We saw Kiriko teleport in, so that's a second Elim. I like this going for backline. And that time the Rein made it easy by basically taking himself out of the picture, but good job going for the backline. And that is so risky. Luckily the Tracer reloaded and the Rein did not. He wanted to hold shield for the full 3 seconds instead of shielding at the last second, but that is just such a risky play. Alright, Tracer used recall. She's the target. Oh, no flight. Alright, Kiriko used Suzu. She's the target.
Neutralizing projectile.
You're a little confused, and I still catch myself doing this sometimes. You have to just, even if you end up not shooting something for a second, go for the right target. If Tracer uses recall, Kiriko uses Suzu, they're the target. This Genji, we didn't hear him use deflect, so even if you go beast mode and out-aim him, he's going to deflect, and then you've wasted 5 seconds. There's is deflect. Okay. So just you have to be willing to follow up. That this is something D.Va can do that your Sigma can't. If they use a cooldown, their escape cooldown, hunt them down and finish the elim. Don't just keep frontlining and shoot whoever's most convenient. If there's a target within 10 meters that's a better one, you can fly up to them. So that's another sort of missed opportunity, is the you not flying around and looking for the targets you can get the elim on. Oh no, stay on the Juno or back up in the field. And I don't think you could have peeled for the Genji with all the help he had. But at least you could have stayed on that Juno and gotten one elim, gotten a trading, given your team a chance. But we'll go to the defense.
Ready for battle.
Hi. Here is quite new compared to the ice caps back home.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Oh, and I want to ask the question: why did you use that flight? For the 30 damage, or why? Because you can try and matrix your Juno there, but you use flight again, really, for no reason. You didn't really see where the Sombra went, so I don't think you're finishing the elim. And they had a Juno here this whole time. If you were a little more aware, still had your boosters, you could have just burned her down before the Rhine could even take off half your health, but you got a little turned around there and used your boosters twice for no reason, so it wasn't even an option. So I just slow down, look for better targets, don't burn your boosters for no reason, just to move 2 meters or go in a circle. And your team ran away somewhere, who knows? Because we're not really looking back, so it's sort of a mystery where they are.
Forward barrier activated.
Okay, at least your Echo's going back in. So
Mobilizing.
I would have even said go for the Genji, because you plus the Echo, even if he deflects. He was on the edge of your screen. I don't know how to go back just a second, but...
Forward barrier activated.
Okay, yeah, we saw this.
Mobilizing.
Would have been a much better target instead of this Rhine. Even though he looks low, he's deceptively low with that barrier and the Juno helping him. Why did we use flight again? If they demech you now, the game might literally be over. So we are seeing a pattern of the target priority, the flight for no reason, because we're going to need it to get out this time. Before, it would have been good to have to go for the Juno. Now it's good to have just to get out, get all the way out. And if we had done that, we might have been able to see this Sombra and do that. But if we get run down now, it's over. And at least you got shattered back towards your team, so at least you've got a shot now. So good job backing up there. Are we doing the run into them to try and get the mech kills again? Just, this is too risky. They're going to get you when you remech. It takes 2 seconds to get back in the mech, or at least 1.5. So anyone above gold is going to just shoot you. Oh, we got the hair glitch. But I doubt you get away with this. Okay, I'm actually kind of mad they let you remech. Because you did this earlier here. Whoa, darkness.
Back in action!
But you did this earlier on attack, and the Tracer and Ryan let you do it, but this is just... the gimmicky remech kills you're going to get less and less of them, so don't fish for them on higher ranked players. You kind of threw the game. I don't mean that in a mean way, but you kind of did. It would have been so much better as just a second chance life, or once they get closer, toss it in the air, then fall down and remech someplace safe. So that's what I'd recommend instead. It'd be a miracle if you guys won now. And that's it. So to recap on attack, wear the Rhine down from a safe range before you go in. That worked once. Also, you can take these other angles and sort of get to the high ground and force out Rhine's support and the DPS helping him. Create a second angle. Pressure them out that way. Instead of going direct and the Ash shoots you in the side or the Reinhardt fire strikes you on the way in. Because you didn't have enough health when you got there. So take the angles. Wear down Rhine first. Try and make a good trade and then go in once the shield's down or broken. Do not do these dumb sort of go for remech kills, and also the target priority, because there were a lot of times where you let the supports go just to shoot Reinhardt or to fly in a circle for no reason. So there are definitely a lot of things to clean up, but you had all your hours on Sigma, so that's understandable that you're trying to figure out how to play a second character. So it's aggressive, but it's got to be smart aggression on the right people, the right times, and don't bull charge up the front. Try and be a little sneakier about it when you go in for people. So I hope those give you at least a few things. We didn't talk about some other things, but I think it was just important to give you the main, I guess the basics that you can start to master on D.Va. And I think once you get those down, you'll be able to add a second hero to your tank pool, which will really help, because some people say you can play Sigma on every map, but it's a struggle, I think. So good luck with learning the new tanks, and good luck on climbing.